which I did not participate in. I don't think I would have been able to complete a marathon at this point, you know. I'd have to build up to it for a few months, but still ended up coming out here just to hang out and enjoy the festivities. And figure I go live for a little bit just to show y'all what it looked like. No, it's still much different vibes right now, you know, compared to what we usually have on the live. Since I've been in New York, I've just been spending a lot of time, going to the court proceedings, hanging out at the courthouses and things like that. So today I wanted to switch it up. Man, this thing started so early in the morning.
Can we get one of those rickshaws? I don't want to walk anymore. Let's go back to the hotel.
So now, welcome to New York City. You can see. Look at this. It's no city like this. No city in the world. So this is some of the people that just finished the marathon. You can see them wearing the orange ponchos. See if I can zoom in a bit. Zoom in a little bit. People of all ages and nationalities out here. I'm curious to find out who won. I haven't looked at the winner, but my intuition is telling me maybe if there was a Kenyan or a Ethiopian or a Somalian involved, I'd probably guess that maybe one of them won. But I don't know. I haven't checked yet. But yeah, New York City on a Sunday, y'all. 4:24 p.m. And although this is a special event with the marathon, New York is always busy. There's still always a lot of people out here. And you can see people got on the coats now. It's getting cold. It's getting cold. See, I've got mine on. I had to throw on my marmot, my old marmot, keeping me warm. But we're gonna be out of here real soon, man. We got to get back to the warm weather. We got to get back to the beaches. Just been waiting to go. I've been kind of tied up. Lately, man, attending the courts. The whole Diddy thing going on. And then there's a whole bunch of other federal cases that I've been sitting in on and watching and seeing what goes on with the feds and how they try cases. Some of the people are guilty. Some of them I have doubts about, but when you go up against the feds, man, the way that they fix a case on you, it's gonna be tough. It's very tough to beat. Shout out to all the people that stepped in, man. Feel free to hit the thumbs up. NY's finest. What they say. But yeah, look, then you got all the streets blocked off. Some people, look, some of the runners, they don't want to walk back. I don't blame them. They just did 26 miles. 26 miles they just did. Man, congratulations, man. No problem. Yeah. So we're just strolling through the city. To all the viewers, where you guys from? I appreciate that thumbs up. Appreciate the thumbs up. Thank you. As we're strolling through the cold streets of NYC, you know, and more of the ritzy area. That's what you might call the ritzy area. NYC. You can see the vibes. You know what it is. All right. The school right there. Oh, this Juilliard, you know, the world famous Juilliard School. Performing arts. You know, some great ballet dancers and stuff like that have gone to Juilliard. I mean, even Miles Davis got accepted into Juilliard as a young man. You know, we're gonna go down this way real quick. I'm gonna go down here. We're gonna head towards Central Park. For those of you who've always heard about Central Park and never been there, we get a little quick glimpse. I just found out too that the most visited landmarks in the United States, the most visited places, number one is Times Square, which is a few blocks away, and number two is either number 2 or number 3 is Central Park. Just a little fun fact there for you. Yeah, so we stroll in on this Sunday evening. What's going on here? Excuse me. What are we doing? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, we're going through. And then we got this going on. Which way can I go? All right, let's see. Going through. Mind if I jump in? All right, appreciate it. Thank you, appreciate you. How you doing, sir? All right. I don't know what that was about. Oh, we had to go through it. I ain't got my strap on me today. Not strapped up. If I was, I would have definitely not gone through there. Didn't know that was like that. We got something. It just ain't the pow pow. Going back to Jersey sliding through. PD. All right, now let's crawl through here. And thanks for that thumbs up again. You know, this looks like a cool place to live. You know what? I just went past the real estate agency. Oh, it's an ABC building. ABC News. This the main building? This ABC main building? So they own that whole building? All right, bro. Didn't know that. ABC broadcast, y'all. ABC News. Oh, so what I was saying, yeah, these apartments right here, you know, New York, if you, especially in this area, when you close to Central Park, you're gonna pay a lot. Look, they got 1-bedroom apartments going for $1.5 million. A small little rinky-dink 1-bedroom apartment where the kitchen, you can touch one side of the kitchen and the other with both hands. I mean, yeah, you could spread your arms and touch both sides of the kitchen, and they're selling those things for 1.5 million for a one bedroom. Isn't that crazy? Oh, this doesn't look like we could come through. All right. I think, oh, the Popo got it blocked off. I'm not that interested. I mean, I'm happy for the people. Excuse me, my man. Excuse me, I'm sorry. No, you good, you good. Let me get it. Wow. Yeah, maybe one day I might have to do this. I might have to give this a try one day. Yeah. Let me get on the other side of this fence, but I don't want to knock the fence down. So let's go this way. So yeah, what I was saying, the prices over here are just crazy. You know, you definitely gotta have your moolah right. Let me see. Sorry, can I just get past you? Excuse me. You're good. Thanks. Yeah. But man, a place like this, if you're looking for just even a studio apartment, is gonna run you $500,000. Just a studio apartment, $500,000 right here. I mean, don't get me wrong. You're really paying for the location because, as I said, Central Park is is a big deal for the people who come from outside of the country who want to visit America. This is one of the top tourist destinations. And maybe not even just the people who coming from outside of America. Anybody who comes to New York, they want to see Times Square and Central Park, you know? Oh man, don't tell me I'm blocked off again. All right, I might have to put this on mute for a little bit because I don't want to get this thing banned. Hold on for a second. Hey, what's up, Coco? Yeah, Coco, it's been a while. I was just saying that I hadn't been on for a while. It's been a few weeks. Hold on one second. Let me just get around this corner real quick. Okay.
Congratulations.
Hey, you see that building right there? The world's most the world's most expensive.
Congratulations.
The world's most expensive apartment is in that building. This guy. All right, now let's see.
Go, Anthony.
All right.
Looks like Anthony did 26 points.
All right, so all these.
He knew the assignment. Congratulations.
All right.
Chito.
So let me get away from here so I don't get the video flags. Okay, so yeah, Coco. What I was saying is that I really haven't been live streaming for, I want to say it's almost a month, I guess, because I've been super busy going to these court cases. I've been sitting in on a lot of federal court cases, you know, that whole P. Diddy court case had me, you know, hanging out around the United States court building, just, you know, keeping up on the updates, seeing what's going on. And I attended the last hearing, and since then, I've been super busy going to all of a bunch of different court appearances, court hearings for different people, watching trials and things like that. So it's been keeping me wrapped up because, you know, in federal court, they don't allow you to bring your phone in there. So you can't even record. I would have loved to take pictures and record in the federal courthouse, but, you know, everything in there is kind of like a secret. They don't want people really knowing what's going on. So this is why I haven't been live streaming. And then, you know, it's starting to get cold out here. You know, it's not the most ideal weather for me to just be sightseeing and stuff like that and having my phone out all the time. But yeah, I'm glad to see that you popped up in here. I appreciate that. And thanks for whoever gave me that thumbs up. If we go out, we can come back around, right?
What's that?
If we go out, we could come back around
You'd
here.
have to go through security again.
No problem.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah. So, all right. Yeah, so that's what it's been. That's what it's been. You said the courts don't let you film or record because it can jeopardize the court case. Yeah, but the messed up thing about it, is it's supposed to be it's supposed to be for the public. You know, nothing that goes on in the court is supposed to be a secret, right? And we're supposed to, if you're a citizen, not even just a citizen, anybody in the United States, I mean, anybody here has the right to go and sit in on almost any court proceeding, unless it's like a closed grand jury hearing or something like that. But it's crazy. Anybody can go into the courthouse and sit and listen and watch. All right, so it's a studio going for 950K in New York. And maintenance, it looks like $2,000 a month for maintenance. You know, got another little studio here going for $750K. I don't know where this is, but you got a 2-bedroom apartment going for almost $1 million. I mean, New York is out of control. 2-bedroom, 2-bath condo, 2-bedroom, 2-bath, going for $2 million. So this is what it's looking like in New York. How you doing, man? But yeah, back to what we were saying about the federal courthouse. Yeah, I think that all court cases should be. I see there's a lot of unfairness that goes on in the federal courthouse, because the average person, if you get indicted, even if you're innocent, it's hard to prove. They say you're supposed to be innocent until proven guilty, but it is so hard to prove your innocence when you're in there, because most people, if you've been indicted or you're a defendant in a case, most people already automatically assume that you're guilty, although you're not supposed to. You're supposed to presume that everyone is innocent, but it's very hard when you see a defendant in a defendant chair, especially if they're in custody and you see them come out in that prison uniform. You automatically think that they're guilty. And then you have the government prosecutors. They have so much at their disposal. They got the FBI on their payroll. They have the CIA. They have all of these agencies and witnesses that they can pay for to come and testify against you. And it could be a whole, I don't want to say all a farce, but it can be. There's some cases that you see in the federal courthouse and you're like, hold on. There's some cases that you see and you're like, hold on, this doesn't even, I don't know if it's so much doubt, but then they just have witness after witness after witness get on the stand and just come up with so much that it's like they overwhelm you.
It's over.
And the case can have so many holes in it, but the jury is usually going to lean on the side of the government. That's just how it is. And I saw that, and it's given me a whole different perspective on things. Actually made me think about wanting to go back to school and finish school and get a law degree or something, man, and just help out some of the people who can't afford an attorney. And that's what happens too. You got a lot of people who get jammed up, who just cannot afford a federal attorney. They can't afford to go to trial for 6 months. They can't afford, no, not even just 6 months. They can't afford to go to trial for a week because, you know, those court proceedings take such a long time to get through. So, you know, that's what I've been doing while I haven't been on, and learning a lot from so many different judges. You get to see how some of these judges make their decisions, and for the most part, a lot of the judges, I mean, they try to be as fair as they can, but if you don't have an attorney to push that fairness, then sometimes the judge would just let the government run right all over you. You know? But just those things. I'm sorry what keeps going out. There's so much going on, a bad reception, and people using it. I'm sure the towers might be clogged up. But what I wanted to say about the Thailand thing, I think the main thing is just the cost of living, because the cost of living in the U.S. is just through the roof. You know, you work until most people are like 60, 65, and then you maybe enjoy your retirement for like 10 years and then you die. But going to Thailand, you get to enjoy a lot more. But don't get me wrong, there's some very good things about America, but it's a high stress place. Now, here's Trump's building right here. It's one of the just Trump Tower. You know, this is look, you see somebody, I don't know if you guys can see somebody up there watching what's going on outside Trump Tower, and then you got somebody watching the game, like the Giants. But yeah, Thailand. Oh, non-ticket holder interest right here. Yeah, I still like to live Thailand. But look, I like the energy of New York, man. There's nothing like it. You know. And America has so much opportunities. I say this all the time. There's so much opportunities here for you to work and have an opportunity to try to go to school and get an education and you know, jobs. You got opportunity, but it's so expensive here that you kind of like work to survive, and then you work. So yeah, that's the thing about America. But other than that, you know, maybe the weather, you know, the weather in Thailand, places like that is good. That's really why people move to Thailand. It's for the money. Your money goes a lot further. You can relax. You can eat good food, less stress. Only if you have money. If you don't want to go over there with nothing, you know what I mean? You have to go over there with something. And like I was saying before, this apartment right here, this building, what I found out, it's either that tall one there or that one, I believe. It might be that. The world's most expensive apartment building is in there. It's called One Central Park. If you look it up, you could even look on Wikipedia. One Central Park, I think it went for like over like $200 million or something like that. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. It's New York.
How am I ever gonna find it?
Nothing like it. Just, you guys remember just a couple years ago, they were telling everybody to stay 6 feet apart. Now we're all mingling together. And I'm sure a lot of these people have gotten the vaccine. I haven't, still haven't.
And then they told us.
But yeah, Coco. So yeah, you know, the diversity here is good. Let's see, can I even get through here? It's tough getting through. You know what? I don't think I'm not gonna go that way. It's just doing too much. I'll go around this way. You said a lot of people can't even take a vacation because all their money goes towards their rent and bills. Exactly. This is absolutely true. Absolutely true. You working to survive, you know? It's true. So I'll say this. For the people who are, I'll call us regular salaries, you know, going to a place like Thailand is definitely a life hack. It's definitely like a cheat code. But if you here in the States, you'll run out of money quick if you try to take off. If you say, look, I'm just gonna stop working for a few months, and you're the primary breadwinner, you're gonna have some issues. But you go to Thailand, you can get through the year. In Thailand, you can get through the year comfortably with like 10K without working. And then you can do some online. You can do online business, e-commerce. You can have a store online. Yeah, this is a lot going on. Excuse me. Let's see if I can get through this. Yeah. Hey Coco, where are you in? You're in Texas, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, okay.
And thanks for the thumbs up. Whoever gave me them thumbs up, I appreciate you. You know what? This is a lot going on right here. I might cut through. Let me go through this mall right here. Hey. I'm gonna cut through the mall. We gotta. You gotta be quick. Gotta be quick. Gotta be quick in New York. It's nice and warm in here. We got a Whole Foods and everything in here. Bunch of stores. You wanna get ice cream? No bag. No bag. Yeah. Oh, you know what else is good about the U.S. too, though? In the U.S., anybody can come here and work. You know, this is probably one of the only places that I know of where you could be a foreigner and become a police officer. I think in Thailand too. Thailand, I remember seeing some guy. He was from like Austria or somewhere. In Thailand, you can be. In Thailand, you can be a police officer. Look at the artwork. I know what this is. Let me go up here and see what's going on. See, people just finished that marathon. Now they're trying to get warm. Big city of El Paso. Yesterday was a big Mexican holiday called Dia de los Muertos. They make a big festival in the city, and also, oh, that's what's up. What does that mean? I know Dios de means day of or day from. Los, what is muertos? Is that muertos? What is that? The English translation. Okay. Check me out. Hey, that looks good. I ain't gonna lie, that little steak looks good. I don't eat beef that much, but that steak looks good. All right. H&M, all over the place. Porterhouse. Congratulations. I'm just telling people congratulations. Hey, yeah. Yeah. You know, so yeah, this is just what it is. This is a mall right here. Let me head towards Times Square. Go to the middle of NYC. The awesome thing I do like about this mall too, they got a Whole Foods downstairs. Cool little Whole Foods. But what I am sick of Whole Foods about is Whole Foods will charge you $8 for a juice. Like if you want to get like one of these smoothie type of juice, like what the hell? And then you go to Trader Joe's and get the same juice for half the price, you know? So sometimes Whole Foods is tripping. What's up, struggler? Anthony E. Nice to see you, man. It's been a minute. Nice to see you. How you doing, man? How's everybody doing? How's the fam? We getting ready to go back to Thailand, eh? Oh man, they shut me down. I guess I gotta go back this way. Yeah, how is it, man? You run into a lot of traffic today with this marathon? The big marathon going on. Yeah. Let's check it out. We about to hit the street again. What's up? Appreciate the thumbs up, man, and big salute to all of the people who came, showed up. 16 people in the chat right now. Appreciate you. Excuse me. So as you can see, everybody that has the orange ponchos on, those are those who just finished the run. Yeah, you saw a video that a rat got in the deli meat in the Whole Foods in NYC and took it. Oh man, that's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, I'm not buying any deli meat around here. That's true. New York definitely has a rat problem, no lie. There's a big rat problem. But it's been that way for as long as I can remember. And to tell you the truth though, I haven't seen any of the big rats like I used to when I was young. I used to see some big rats. I mean, like the size of like a small little cat. Now, you know, the rats, they're a lot smaller. There's another one of the statues. And they put they really got explicit with these things here. I'm going out. All right. Let's see if they can get it. Let's see if they can get it. All right. Got it. Beesh. All right. So once again, excuse me. Trump Tower, one of them. Get back outside. Boom, 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 boom. Hey, Penn. Said vegan rats. Yeah, the rats are vegan nowadays. Oh, because they were eating in Whole Foods. Yeah. Right? The rats eating in Whole Foods got a better diet than the rats from back in the day. All right, I'm gonna. Okay, we could go this way. We don't have to make a shortcut. Yeah. So this street right here, if you go straight, you call that Billionaires Row, the world famous Billionaires Row.
My brain.
Boom, 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 boom.
Hope is right here in this mall.
Yeah, Penn and Struggler. It's been a minute, man. I was just explaining to Coco, you know, how I haven't been streaming so much lately because I've been in these courthouses watching these court cases lately, and you know they don't allow you to bring your phone inside the federal courtrooms. You know, so hey. All right, so now we're out of the traffic. We're good now. We're good now. Look at this right here. Okay. Man, this is nice right here. I wish I could fly my drone right here, right down the middle, and take some nice pictures and videos. I mean, I don't know if you can see that sunset. Look at that sunset back there. Look at the sunset. Yeah, that sunset. All right. We're gonna turn it in. Uh-oh, let me see. Can I make it across the street before the light change? I don't know. Don't hit me, man. Don't hit me. Yeah. Enjoying this Sunday. This cool, brisk, chilly Sunday evening. You know, you see some of the architecture out here, you know. Look for a cool place to go sit and chill. Man, I found a nice, cool, fun place to hang out for anybody that comes to New York. You want to go to like a nice rooftop lounge. It's called 235th. 235th rooftop. And I would have loved to stream from up there, but the problem, well, first of all, the music was pumping, you know, so you probably wouldn't have been able to hear me. But you got a very beautiful view of the Empire State Building or the city skyline. But now it's kind of cold up there. But they give you blankets and they give you robes to wear just so you can stay warm. So it's not much to worry about. But yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
So yeah, check it out. 235th.
All the time, and I've had Wingstop like once or twice. Outranks it every single time.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know if Morristown just has bad Wingstop,
But yeah.
Yeah, it's so good.
So what's been the current events? Anybody know? Anybody want to share any stories that's been going on? Current events.
Really? You're like the only person who does that.
Current events. Yeah, or any travel news. Throw something in the chat. Let me know. Let's chit chat for a little bit. What's been going on? We got the election night coming up. Anybody cast their votes early? You know, this is something I've been so on the fence about this. I gotta find like a independent or somebody, man, because I don't know either way. I don't really get into the politics thing, but I feel if you have the right to vote, you gotta use it. But the two big candidates, I'm not impressed with either one. In fact, I don't trust either one. You know, but I gotta put my vote somewhere. You know, but yeah. So what's been going on around the world? What's been going around? Anybody did any traveling lately? Any traveling lately? Any any news? What's going on with those guys back in Thailand? I haven't really gotten a chance to really keep up or watch anything. I saw somebody got I don't know, killed in Colombia or detained in Colombia not too long ago. And then they had an American that got kidnapped in the Philippines. He got shot and then but no, we didn't get an update, so I don't know what happened to the guy. That was about, I want to say, definitely a few weeks ago, last time I heard anything about it. So if anybody has an update, let me know. Yeah, he was a former military serviceman, and he ended up marrying. He got married to a Filipino, and he went back to her country, and he got kidnapped. But on the other hand, I'm not gonna make it seem like that he got kidnapped because he was an American. I heard, and this is just what I heard, I don't know how accurate this is. I heard that he was engaged in some loan sharking. Like he was actually out there loaning people money and then charging interest. And you can't do that in another country because, I mean, hey, what if they decide not to pay you? What are you gonna do? So, he might have got himself jammed up for that. No update. But Southern PI is not considered as safe. Yeah. And I think that's where they say he was, Southern PI somewhere. He was in a territory where probably you definitely have to be on your P's and Q's, and you got to probably just be humble and lay low in that area. Because if you go there with a certain kind of attitude, then yeah, they might swoop up on you, come and pick you up. We'll go down this way. You shouldn't floss money in poor areas. Exactly. That's a rule that so many people don't get, man. And really, it's a lot of. I don't want to say. You know what? I will put an age on it. I'm not gonna say all, but I feel like there's gonna be the people who are like 45 and under. Especially you got the younger guys who like to floss and show off. But in the Philippines, I don't see that much happening to them except for if they go over there with the wrong attitude. Because I do know a guy who got killed over there years ago. I remember his name was Z. Rest in peace, Z. I knew Z from Japan. And he used to do some security at some nightclubs over there. And we got cool and started, he came to, I invited him to my boxing gym a couple times. We went, and he was pretty impressive, man. He was a good kid. For the most part, I thought that Z was a pretty level-headed guy. He was former military, and he was a good guy, man, for what I remember. And then he ended up I believe he got married. He had a bunch of kids, too, from what I remember. He had a few kids, man. He might have about 3 or 4 kids, maybe 5. And he left Japan and went to the Philippines with his woman. And I'm kind of unclear on some of the details that happened because I don't want to say anything that's wrong. But I heard that he may have gotten into it with a local Filipino. And, Z is a pretty He's a pretty solid guy, man. He was a big guy. He wasn't a small guy. He wasn't that tall, but he was very, he's pretty stocky. He has some good size on him, you know? And from what I hear, he probably whooped the guy pretty good. And one day they saw him, because, you know, him being a black guy, it's easy to spot him, you know? And one day he was coming out of a store, and I guess the Filipino guy that he roughed up, he had his boys with him, and I heard that they gunned him, they did gun him down. And that was that. And then they got off and everything, you know? So I'm just saying that you definitely, in a place like, when you go overseas, man, you gotta just sometimes take the L. Like, you can't fight for yourself and stand up too much. Yeah, don't let nobody run over you, but you gotta remember that you're in somebody else's territory, so you gotta sometimes go out of your way to be humble, you know? And everywhere in Asia is not necessarily like that, but everywhere will kill you. There's people that will kill you anywhere. And I also want to say that this guy, starting to get cold too where you live. Yeah, man, that winter is coming. And then last week, it was in the 80s, man. I kid you not, it was just 80, like 3 days ago. You didn't even want to wear like this thin jacket like this. You didn't even want to wear this. But what I was saying about this guy who went over to the Philippines, there was a video, and I don't even know if it's a hoax. I want to look into it again, but I saw some of the other YouTubers like Razor Rays talking about it, and I think maybe somebody else may have spoke on it. So this guy, he's an ex-serviceman, and like I said, he got married, went over there, was in an area that he probably shouldn't have been in. And I'm guessing they probably thought he had money. I don't think he was flashing money. But they could tell he had something, you know? And I don't know if that was the motive for them kidnapping him also, because whatever happened, maybe there was a struggle. Apparently he got shot in the leg. Now, mind you, I don't know how true all of this is. I don't know if it's a fake, if the guy was just trying to get some attention, trying to get some clicks and views. I don't know. But it seemed like it was something real. And the story that I got, you guys can check it out if you go on Razor Ray's channel and look for the title, a video that he probably made. Like, he's probably made a couple of the videos within the last month, maybe 3 videos on it.
Get a fucking burger.
And they say, here's your Cybertruck, for those of you who haven't seen one yet. But yeah, the guy got shot, and then they said he got kidnapped, taken away, and nobody's heard from him. But you also got to know too, man, you know, those guys, whatever they do, they got to make a decision, because America, like the American government and the Filipino government, cooperate with each other. You know, the FBI will go over there and pick somebody up if they need to. And I know this to be a fact because this case that I've been sitting on for the last week, it's been a sad case to watch, man. It's a guy, if you guys ever want to look it up, his name is Cholo Abdi Abdullah. CHOLOABDI Abdullah. And he's a guy from Kenya. And they went all the way to, the FBI went all the way to the Philippines to pick him up because he was taking flight lessons at a flight school called the Asian Aviation Academy. The Asia Aviation Academy in the Philippines. You could look this up. And they arrested him a few years ago, and they've been holding him, probably like 4 or 5 years ago, and they've been holding him on conspiracy charges. They said that he was gonna try another 9/11 type attack on the U.S. Now, that's a huge charge and something serious to put on somebody. So I've been sitting watching this case, and I've been trying to figure out how did they come to that conclusion. So I've been watching all of the evidence they put on the case, and to me, it looks like a real weak case they have. But, man, I might have to stop in here and get a piece. I like this place here. Might come back. So, let me see what they got here, if I'm interested. So anyway, this guy, maybe he was trying to buy drugs or, yeah, it could be. He might have been. He might have been trying to get some drugs or hope. But, I mean, for them to kidnap him, though. How you doing? So, anyway, this guy, they said that he was going to do another, like, that kind of attack. And I've been watching the case, and he really they kind of like kidnapped him. Man, I'm so distracted looking at this food. I might have to just go and come back because this is a big distraction right now. I want to finish telling this story. Yeah, I'll come back. So, the guy, they went to go to the Philippines to go pick him up. They brought him from the Philippines. They stopped in Yokota, Japan, put him on another plane, and from Yokota, Japan, they flew him here to the United States, where they interrogated him, and they said that he was part of some group called they call it a terror group called hold on, it's coming back to my mind, called Al-Shabaab. The name of the group was called Al-Shabaab. And he says that he joined this group, and you know, this is a group, this is a political group who wants some political power over in the region in Somalia, you know, because they feel like America has destabilized the government over there, so they're trying to restore order their way. So America has labeled them as a terrorist group. So this guy, he says he's part of this group. Then they charge, he gives them all of this information, and the FBI starts doing all of this investigation. They start looking through his phones, they looking through his emails and things like this. Because I'll tell you guys something that you need to know, and everybody knows this because Eric Snowden already said it. None of your information is private. Any picture that you've ever taken on your phone, every message you've ever sent, every email, everything you ever searched online, everything you ever responded to online is all in a big database. They never erase it. Even if you delete it off your phone, they will still find it. And I saw the building. I'll post the building later on my channel. I saw the building. It's right next to the FBI building down here in New York. It's a big building. I'm gonna show you. Okay, you see this building right here with all these lights? It's a building like that, but there's no windows on it. It's just a blank type building with no windows. And that's where they have all of your Facebook information. Everybody in the world, whoever ever used Facebook, whoever used Google, you ever use any search engine, Gmail, it's all in there. And they went through his phones. They found videos of him learning how to fly planes. And then, and you would think, you're like, so that's not enough to just accuse somebody of conspiracy to commit a terrorist attack or something like that. But then they started saying, hey, we did a deeper investigation and we found some his searches of what's the tallest building in Atlanta and stuff like that, or how to get a visa in America. So they had all of this stuff that they put on the stand, which to me, I don't know if they created it out of thin air. You know, I'm very suspicious of law enforcement and the FBI because I've been lied on before. And I know when they want to make a case on somebody, they can say anything and the general public will believe it. So I'm giving you guys the short version. I'm not telling you everything that I saw with this case. I'm just giving you the short version for right now because the case tomorrow is going to be the last day. closing arguments are going to be made tomorrow. And look, he chose to represent himself because he said that he couldn't trust none of the lawyers because all of the lawyers were public defenders, right? So you know what it is when if you got a public defender that is appointed to you by the government, by the judge. So they basically working for the same people that are trying to lock you up. So you can't really trust them. And even if a public defender wanted to help you, it's very hard for them to do so because they have so many other cases to focus on. Let me go over here for a second. So what ended up happening is he told the judges that he couldn't trust the public defender, so he said he wanted to represent himself. But he barely speaks English. He doesn't know any of the laws. He doesn't know how the court proceedings work here in America. So he just didn't have no chance. He didn't know how to cross-examine. He didn't know how to ask questions or anything. So basically this trial that I've been watching, they just been steamrolling him. And you could already see that they're gonna find him guilty before the verdict. I'm telling you this, no verdict has been read, but mark my word, they're gonna find him guilty. Not necessarily just based off of the evidence, because the evidence was weak, which I'll talk about that another time. But the fact that he's in New York City, he said he's a Muslim, he said that he was in a group, now Al-Shabaab. They had some FBI agents get up on the stand and give testimony. They have a script. Yeah, he's fucked. Yeah, Penn, he's cooked. And I'm gonna tell you another thing, Penn. When I first went into the courtroom, because I wanted to see what was going on, I didn't know what case I was going in. I didn't know that that's the trial that I would be watching. But when I got in there, one of the policemen, the federal, one of the federal like security guards for the courtroom, he was trying to get me to leave. He kept trying to get me to leave the courtroom, and I was like, why? I want to watch. He was like, oh man, you don't want to see, there's gonna be something better for you upstairs. Nothing is going on up here. But I saw a bunch of agents and people in the courtroom. I'm like, no, I want to see what's going on. Now, don't get me wrong. I was putting myself in a very dangerous situation because all of the feds in there. What's up, Minnie? Look at Minnie. So I put myself in a very bad situation too because it was all feds in there, like FBI people. And there was only, out of 100 people in the courtroom, there was only 4 black people in there. One was him. Then it was the guy that wasn't really his attorney, but like his assistant counsel, they call him, somebody to help him try to fight his case. Then it was me, and then it was an alternate juror, a guy who don't even have a vote. They put him on the jury, but he doesn't even really have any say of what's going on. So he can't give any kind of perspective that he might have. So it was basically a black guy who they calling a terrorist. Uh-oh. They jamming me up. They trying to shut me down. But imagine you trying to get a fair trial and they say it's going to be a... But you know it ain't. Okay, so I'll have to be more specific just in case they ever see this video. There's an Asian lady on the jury too. There's a little Asian lady. I think she's Chinese. But long story short, man, I don't know that if the guy is innocent and guilty, but I will just say this. I'm not convinced that he's guilty. The government didn't put on a case that made me feel that they didn't show anything. They showed a bombing that happened in some other country and they said that he had something to do with it, but they never showed him or any kind of communications of him giving orders or nothing. They just showed something that he searched it up on his phone. So it just, hold on, let me get away from here. I don't want to get this video flagged right away. But you guys can see, this is Times Square, the #1 most visited place in the United States. It's the #1 tourist attraction in the United States, Times Square. Oh, Snoop. Snoop was here a few days ago too, performed right here for about 20 minutes. But yeah, so the guy Cholo Abdullah, I would like to see him get a fair trial, you know? And I can't blame the judge. What's going on here? I can't blame the judge. Good work. Nice, nice. ¿De dónde eres? Colombia. Okay, so this is Colombia right here. It's a lot of fun. They said be careful talking about other cases because they would try to shut you down. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I understand that, but I've also accepted the fact that, you know, something bad will happen to anybody who speaks up. If you see something that you feel is wrong and you speak up on it, you have to be prepared for what comes with it, you know? But that's just the way it is, you know, or you stay silent, but if you stay silent, you also part of the problem too, you know? So anyway, I couldn't see all of that I saw and not say something about it, not mention it, because the system, there's a lot of bad systems in this world. Maybe they say America might have the most fairest system. It's not fair, but you have an opportunity to at least let your side be heard. There's some places that won't even give you a trial. They just say you're guilty and then boom, they execute you or they throw you in jail, you know? But at least here they at least make it seem like you having a trial, you know? And you know, the guy, I suspect that the judge probably gonna give him life. And I saw this judge work before. Her, you know, I think she's like Puerto Rican descent, and she's very kind. She, I mean, I would say polite, but I saw her give somebody 20 years like 2 weeks ago. Not to say that the guy didn't deserve it. Wow. This is Mex. Look at this. This is, hey, Coco, you might know something about this. I think this is Mexican, huh? What is this called right here? You know, they got the makeup. It's Pardone. Is this, what is the name of this?
Dia de los Muertos.
Yesterday, this was it was a holiday, right?
No.
Oh, yesterday, today. Okay. So, somebody just told me about that. And they said in Texas it's big too. Texas?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
It's very big in Texas. Okay. Cool. Thank you. Gracias. Very cool. Yeah. So, yeah, Coco just taught me something. Now I know what it is. De los... See, I put you out there, Coco. You just told me about it being big in Texas, down in San Antonio, so I guess now I get a chance to see what you're talking about. Well, what's good? So what's up, Nicholas? Show ain't a house name. Yeah, tell him, Pen. But look, you know, I'm gonna say something else, Pen, about that, man. There's the pros and cons to that. Is that the pros is that you can, you know, when you outside, you speak up. When you're not part of the system and you're not part of the matrix, you can speak up in the way that you want to speak up. But the problem is, you're gonna pay a price for it. You're gonna pay a heavy price for it. They're gonna call you like a radical. They're gonna say that you're, you know, you're a problem. You're empathizer, a sympathizer with the enemy. You're an enemy of the United States. That's what they. If you criticize or you point out something that is wrong, that you see as an injustice, you're a problem. They're gonna definitely try to take you out. And I had to come to grips with that. That I have to be prepared. Like, you know, they're not gonna like what I have to say, you know, about it. And I'm sure they don't like me coming to the courthouse as much as I do. just sitting and listening on cases. And another thing, in order to make some change, though, this is what I had to realize, and it bothers me so much. You have to be in the house. You gotta go in the house, because these lawyers, it's the nerds that got all of the power. When we say the nerds, they say like the Revenge of the Nerds. The people who have no street smarts or who have no real connection to real society, the people that are outside, we're not the ones with the power. The ones who make the laws and the judges, the people who have been in the school, and I mean, you know, they're indoors, they're controlling the courthouse and the Senate and all that. Those are the ones who really have the power. They determine, they determine the laws. They determine who goes to jail, who can make money, who can't. And it might be somebody who, if you see them in the street, this is the closest thing to Thailand to soy sex you're gonna get. This is the closest. It is. Man, I don't know if this is Colombia, but this is. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. It's wow, and it's good. They're getting, they're making their money though, you know. Hey, but oh yeah. $2 something. They got to do what they got to do. But thanks show for this live stream. Yeah, man. Didn't know today was the marathon. Yeah, man. It was the marathon. It's big, man. So here's what I had to learn is that these guys who spend a lot of time in law school, and they learn the law, they're in their books, what a lot of people would call nerds, you know? These are the people that are controlling things, because once they decide that you're a criminal and they want to get you, they can get you because they know how to speak so well. And a lot of them are very gifted liars. I'm not saying all lawyers are liars, but a lot of them are very, very crafty liars. And not only that, it's just the way that they speak. They could be wrong about something, but they're so articulate with the way that they think, and the way that they believe what they want to say, that it's about who can make the best argument sometimes. It's not even about who's right or wrong, guilty or innocent. It's about who can make the best argument. And like yesterday was Saturday. Friday, I'll give you an example. Jason Finch, Jason Finch would like that. You gotta drive in tonight. Yeah, man, come on. All right, so on Friday, I was at the courthouse, and after the Cholo Abdullah case, it kind of, they had a hearing that day, but it didn't last that long. It was maybe like 30 minutes, 40 minutes. And I went to another court case, and it was about a guy who pled not guilty to gun possession. Now, he was on federal parole or something. No, not parole, he's on probation. And he was accused of putting his hand on a gun. So anyway, the feds, they extracted a bunch of information from his Instagram, his text messaging, and one of the text messages the government tried to use as evidence that he had possession of a gun when he wasn't supposed to. They took a text from him that said, "Hey man, I lost my jack. What's yours?" Right? These guys who are supposed to be so intelligent, these lawyers and prosecutors, federal agents are supposed to be so intelligent, they don't understand street slang, right? Now, anybody that's been in the streets, if somebody say, "Hey man, hit my jack," or "hit me on my jack," or "I lost my jack," that is a phone. Hit my jack, hey man, hit my jack. that's a phone. Now the word jack could mean a bunch of different things too. It could, if somebody said, "Oh man, I got jacked for my coat, man. Somebody jacked me for my sneakers, or somebody jacked me for my car." That means somebody took your possessions. You know, the word jack. But jack could also means, hey man, jack that car up for me, man. That can mean lift the car up. Hey, can you jack this up? Push this up or lift this up. So jack has different meanings, but if you say, hey man, I lost my jack, that means I lost my phone. Do you know these prosecutors spent 40 minutes in the courtroom trying to argue that the word jack meant gun? I've never heard that. Look, I've been different parts of America. I've been to the West Coast. I've been to, East Coast, down South. No, I listen to different kinds of music. So I know a bit of the slang. I know slang up north is different from slang down south. Slang in the Midwest is different from the West Coast. Everywhere has something different. But a lot of times you can figure out what it means by how it's used in a sentence. So I've never heard somebody refer to a gun as a jack. Yeah, hit my phone. This is what I'm saying, struggler. If somebody says hit my jack, that means hit my phone. And if they say, hey, I lost my jack, what is this guy on? You gonna see, this is New York for you. Yeah, Mario. So anyway, somebody say hit my jack, that mean, or hit my line. Hey man, what's your line? So anyway, the guy says hit my jack, and I lost my jack. So yeah, the text was like, I lost my jack, what's yours? So the person who he was talking to responded with a phone number. The prosecutor still refused to believe that the word jack meant phone. And the defense attorney was trying to, there's a certain way that you have to talk in court. Hey, I'm gonna go around here just to get away from the hoopla for a little bit as I tell this story. So the prosecutor was trying to convince the judge because they wanted to admit this word into evidence. And I gotta charge this phone up in a minute. So the prosecutor kept saying, oh, Your Honor, it means this. And the defense attorney was like, no, it doesn't mean that. Why would it mean that? And then right after, somebody replies with a phone number. So I was just sitting in the stands, in the pews. I don't know, not pews. The real world is like, I was sitting in the courtroom gallery, or the galley, whatever the word is. Oh, this is a nice place to sit right here. I mean, stand. They got some heat right here, some warmth. Where? They got this right here. Look, I'm gonna get warm for a little bit. So yeah. Well, I won't say they don't. I don't know what other evidence they had, but they definitely interpreted the slang the wrong way. So what I'm saying is, you have people who are very, very book smart, but they don't got no common sense or street smarts to save their damn life, man. And it made me realize that these people have the power because they can try to determine what your slang means, And these judges, most of these judges are people who've been in the court in their books their whole life, So they've never really been outside. They weren't hanging out in the clubs. I don't think most of them ever, tried to hit a joint of marijuana before, hung out in the club. So they don't know. They're out of the loop, especially if the judge is very old, And it just dawned on me like, man, it was just crazy to see. And I'm like, man, how the hell can you be a federal prosecutor? You get paid a couple $100,000 a year. You've gone to school for years. These people were probably, you people were probably straight A students, but you have no common sense. You don't know anything about people in the streets. And to them, everybody in the street or talks in slang or something like that is a criminal, and that is a dangerous thing. So imagine how many innocent people are probably in jail because something they said was misinterpreted. You know, you maybe you have a certain way that you talk with your friends or you talk with your family. You know, especially if you came from the streets. You know what I mean? They will take anything and twist it into something else. So anyway, another thing I wanted to get at about that case, I don't know for a fact that the guy really didn't have a gun because they didn't find it on him. They alleged that I think it was thrown somewhere, and then they did the DNA test on it. And when they did the DNA test, the person that they got, it was a Chinese scientist, and she said that she found 4 different individuals' DNA on the firearm. So it was really inconclusive. But I don't know, like they tried to find out how much percentage of the DNA belongs to each person, but they couldn't really do that. So, I mean, now mind you, I didn't see the case from beginning to end, so I don't know what else they had on him, you know? It didn't look like they had any videos or anything like that, but long story short, let me get away from this music. Hold up. Hold on, I'm gonna read what you said in a second. Let me get across the street real quick. 24 carats. And it's getting late. I'm gonna have to turn it in soon because I gotta get up early to get back to the courthouse, because that court case that I'm just telling you about, when the judge asked, the lawyers asked to take a little few minute break. And on the break, I went and I told the guy's lawyer, I'm like, yo, what the hell is this prosecutor talking about? He's stupid. Jack means phone. And the lawyer, he broke character. Not broke character, but usually these lawyers, like I said, they're guys that be in their books all the time. So they speak very proper. You know what I mean? They speak very like the King's English. Like they speak the opposite of me. You guys know what I'm saying. They speak like very straight and proper, right? And he was like, man, I know what I'm talking about. I know Jack means phone. And like, he was happy that I understood. And I'm like, yo, y'all just wasted 40 minutes. This prosecutor is dumb as hell. I'm thinking the prosecutors are smart, that all these FBI agents is intelligent. They smart in certain areas, yes. They know how to build up a case, but there's so much shit that they don't know. They just make up shit. And the jury most of the time will buy it because the jurors don't know a lot of times. This is why it's important to have diverse juries. This is why it's so, I used to try to duck jury duty because I never wanted the responsibility of possibly putting somebody in jail. Let me go to this park real quick, walk around Bryant Park. I never wanted the responsibility of putting somebody in jail and destroying somebody's life by accident. But now I see the importance of being of jury duty, because you might be able to save somebody's life just by having a different perspective, you know? So I will never duck jury duty again. And this is why it's important to have diverse juries and different mixed people on juries, because you got people that have different perspectives. You know, I can imagine if these jurors are just like old, you know what I mean, old Caucasian people who don't really know slang very well, or old, it could just be old people. I ain't even just gonna say, it could be old black people too who don't know the young people's slang, you know? And I know what that means. It doesn't mean that, it means this, you know? Oh, this shit must be new. They just put this up here, man. I ain't gonna lie, these sweets smell good, but I gotta be careful eating all these sweets. Hello, Coco. You wanted to go to law school, but it was so expensive. It cost like around $15,000 per semester in the university, and it's only true. Coco, that was my issue too, Coco. I started off going to school. I never really told too many people, but I started off going to school for pre-law, and I didn't finish. But I will tell you, yeah, school is expensive. You got to have money, and that's another thing. Most of these people who are lawyers, this was another point. Most of these people who are lawyers, very, very few of them come from, a poor background or come from the streets. They come from privileged families that were able to pay for them to go to school. So these are what you call super squares. They don't know I don't want to curse, but they don't know jack. There go that word again, jack. These people don't know jack. And they think they know everything just because they could win a spelling bee, they could win all kind of contests, and they get straight A's, but they don't know nothing about regular life most of the time. So, and they're very conservative, which is not bad. I'm not saying these people are bad, but I'm just saying most of them are not well-rounded. And but I'll tell you this, if you get a chance and you still want to get involved in law, you can still learn a lot. If you get a chance, you watch some TV. I mean, not TV, because a lot of these TV channels, a lot of them lie, but I like to watch documentaries and interviews with certain lawyers just to get some information from them. Don't give it up, because we might need somebody like you to help out somebody. I don't know what kind of law you're interested in, but criminal defense law seems to be, for me, where it's at. Even though they don't make the most money, the corporate lawyers, look, they just put this out here. The corporate lawyers make the most money, especially if you get in on one of those big lawsuits. But so many people in jail that shouldn't be there. This is Bryant Park. I don't know if you guys remember, I was here a few weeks ago, maybe about a month and a half ago, and none of this was here. It's all grass underneath here. Oh, this is the legendary spot, supposedly, where Tupac and Nas had a confrontation right here. Tupac, Nas, and Death Row, supposedly they were like 30 deep, and Tupac stepped up to Nas and said, "Hey man, I put you in the song and I was thinking about taking it out, but you better not respond, and maybe I'll take it out off the Machiavelli album." But obviously, Tupac ended up dying. He never took it off, but supposedly, Snoop tells the story real well. If you look it up, Snoop, Nas, and Tupac, Bryant Park. This was the park right here. It was right after the MTV Music Awards. It doesn't look like the park because they put this thing down here for the winter. I'm asking, hey bro, when did they put this up? This wasn't here that long. Like 1 week, 2 weeks?
This?
Yeah, it is. 1 week, 2 weeks?
No. How they gonna off?
Huh?
How they gonna off?
When? 2 weeks before? 1 week?
No.
September, 1 month ago, this is not here.
No, 3 weeks.
Oh, 3 weeks. 3 weeks. Okay. 3 weeks. Thank you. This has been here for 3 weeks. You said, and then if you get a school loan and don't get paid enough in any job, they still automatically take money out of your paycheck. Oh, I don't know if that's true. I'm gonna tell you, maybe it's true, but I'm gonna tell you, I still got some student loans that but then again, you're right. You could be right.
What happened?
Yeah. Man, when I lose reception, when I feel like I'm in a groove and I'm saying something important. But yeah, usually school loans are tied to your income. So if you don't make much money, they don't require a payment after 20 years or so. I think that might be true, Penn, because I don't remember ever getting any student loans taken out of any of my paychecks. But at the same time, too, I was on the payment plan where I was paying like I think I was paying like $5 a month or something like that for my loans. Paid like five. I had like 40,000 in debt, or maybe not that much, but I was paying like $5 a month, you know, to avoid them taking anything. Yo, they just put up all of this stuff, man. This is crazy. Let me see. This is one thing I'm gonna tell you. This is one thing that I miss when I'm living abroad and traveling abroad. I can't lie, man. I took New York for granted. You know, I really want to be. I really want to be in Thailand right now or Japan, but after going to these court proceedings, man, I feel like this is, in order to really make a difference in someone's life or to help somebody, I would have to be here. You know, because you know, being in Thailand is just pure relaxation and enjoyment. And don't get me wrong, I love the life like that, but I'm not really accomplishing anything for anybody else except myself. And after seeing these people get put in prison and get sentenced for things that nobody's even sure if they really did, man, that shit, it doesn't sit well with my soul. I don't know if you've ever seen something that just right in front of you that just looks really unfair and you're like, oh man, but that's just the system. But yeah, if y'all get a chance to come to New York, man, look, I mean, strugglers already here. You cold, huh? Yeah. She bundled up. You can tell they from a warm place. She got the whole shebang. But yeah, where's that little donut place I just walked past, man? That shit smells so good. These dog leashes on Business Spotlight. Dog vibes only, please. She makes leashes. But yeah, so this is, you know, going. Here. What do you say? It's the education is worth it if you can study for an additional 3 to 4 years. Yep. I agree. Now there's some people. Now I will tell you, man. I've seen some very, almost all of the judges, in my opinion, are impressive. You know, I'm impressed with the discipline that they had to have. You know, these judges, I mean, the lawyers, you got to have discipline in order to become a lawyer too. And that's just the discipline I didn't have, I'll be honest. But the judges, a lot of these judges are very impressive, man, because some of them are able to, they're sharp. They have to listen intently sometimes. Like if there's no jury involved, the judge really has to pay attention to everything that's being said. You know, your vocabulary has to be very strong. You have to be quick on your toes. You know, when somebody makes an objection, you have to decide if you're gonna sustain it or overrule it, and sometimes you want to give reasons for why. So, objection. No, there was a woman who's a teacher and got tired of paying her school loan payments since she doesn't get paid enough. Then she started an OnlyFans instead. I don't know. I think I heard about that somewhere. And I'm sure that's common. Because to be honest, there's a lot of women who strip. There's women who do some things so they can pay off their student loans. I'm not, and look, to be honest, the women who have worked in the strip clubs and who maybe even used to prostitute, they would probably be some of the best lawyers, to be honest. They would be some of the best lawyers and the best judges because they have some street smarts. You know what I mean? A woman that worked in the strip club, I'm not condoning it, or I'm not encouraging, hey, go be a stripper or go work in a brothel or something. That's not what I'm saying. But those, excuse me, those women, they have a lot of street smarts. They have a whole lot of street smarts. Oh, let me get out of here, man. Let me get out of here before I start acting a fool with the sugar. Yeah, I have to say those people who been outside, been in the field. You know, those people who had some scrapes with the law, who had some scrapes in life. Those are the people who I get along with the most anyway. It's hard for me to, I try to be around some real people who are very straight-laced, but at the same point, you know what I mean? I'm more comfortable with the misfits. You know what I mean? The people who had to every now and then had to get put in timeout in school. You know what I mean? You know, some of the guys who stayed out past curfew. But at the same time, I'll go to church, I'll go to the mosque, I'll go to a synagogue and hang out, have fellowship. You know, let me see if I can go in here real quick and see if they got up the Whole Foods. So, gov jobs usually are low pay in the beginning. Yeah, I'm telling you, I don't blame none of them for doing the OnlyFans if they need the money, especially if they trying to pay for school. You know, sometimes you got to do bad to do good. Sometimes, you know, you got people. My thing is, you got some people who have done some what you might call some unsavory things, but they take care of people. You know, they send other people to school. They they've done a lot of good things as well. Man, I'm just gonna get me one of these. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, my bad. I'm in this Whole Foods. Yeah. You know, those people, and that's why I was looking at it like, man, those people, I don't fit in with them. You know what I mean? I can't fit in with those people who did everything the right way every time, who, they went to school and then they went to law school and then they became judges and that, or that, 'cause that ain't the path that I took. And I don't fit in with those guys. I fit in more. Look, although I say, I have a bit of an education, but I fit in more with the guys from the street. I don't know, what is this, man? Oh, they already got these. What's the difference between these and these? I really don't know. Man, I think you guys are seeing that I got a sweet tooth, man. It's terrible, I know. don't know what language that is. Maybe they from Switzerland. I just got over. Remember, I was in Switzerland a few months ago. I wasn't, I don't know if I was really feeling it. I might want to go. I want to go to Sweden next. I didn't really feel that good about Switzerland. Was alright, but I didn't really feel too much excitement over there. I want to see what's up with Sweden if I'm gonna go back to Europe. After I go from Malaysia, I'm gonna go see what's up with Sweden or something. If I do go to Europe. Or any recommendations? What do you guys reckon? You think you're hungry? Go buy yourself something to eat and take a break. Yeah, Coco. And Coco, I appreciate you spending time with me in here in the chat because, you know, you guys have been with me from the beginning. I remember the first time I think I went live on one of the beaches in Pattaya in Thailand. All right, let me get myself together. Y'all got to give me a second. And if this thing cuts off, forgive me. How you doing? I'm good. I'm sorry. I don't even think I probably should have put that in the bag, huh?
Okay. You can.
That was just like really unnecessary. Okay, there we go. I'm good. All right, you have a good one now. All right, hold on. Let me get 1 second. All right, there we go. Connect this to the charger. All right, let's move. It said get some durian, man. Oh man, you talking about the durian? The durian's good. What's up, bro? How you doing? All right. Yeah, the durian. You know what? I did see some durian. I saw some durian in Chinatown a few days ago. It was smaller than the durian in Thailand, but I wouldn't even want to go. I don't know if I would try the durian out here. But it's funny you mentioned durian, man. I love it. You said government. Oh, yeah. I saw that. Yeah, so now as far as government jobs, the only government job that I would, I mean, they're good benefits and all, but the only government job I would want is probably a judge or some kind of politician or something. I don't think I could be a prosecutor. In fact, I know I couldn't be a prosecutor because I don't trust the police enough. And you know what? Sometimes you need prosecutors because there's people out there that are really committing crimes that need to be prosecuted. They really are. I mean, I'm against the big crimes, you know what I mean? Like stealing from people, kidnapping and violent crimes, you know what I mean? I'm against violent crimes. Hey, what's up? I'm not saying I'm against all violence because sometimes you gotta defend yourself now, or sometimes the best defense is a good offense. So I won't be a hypocrite now, but I can't be a prosecutor. I would feel so bad if I sent the wrong person to jail. If I sent the wrong person to prison, I wouldn't be able to live with myself. And these prosecutors don't care about you. They don't know if you. A lot of times they don't even know if you really. They don't even know if you're guilty for real. But they treat you like you're guilty. They treat you like you're a monster. All that. I couldn't do it. I ain't gonna lie. This is a hell of a cookie right here from Whole Foods. It's a whole lot of sugar, but yeah, New York got a bit of everything. All the tall buildings. But I'm still gonna say pound for pound, I like Thailand. We're gonna see what Malaysia is like soon. I'm gonna go back this way. But yeah, family, look, I appreciate y'all jumping on here with me. Penn, Coco, Struggler. Who else jumped in here? Nicholas. Oh, and I meant to let me respond to that too. So you ever gave a thought of going to law school? You said I would make you would make me a good lawyer. I appreciate that, Nicholas. I don't know if you're still here. I'm sorry I missed that comment. But yeah, that's what we're talking about, man. I think you know, initially, that's what it was gonna be. But then I realized, man, I got distracted. Started hanging out in the streets. You know, I was hanging out in the streets and traveling a lot, and I just kind of lost track. But now I'm older, I see the importance. I should have been a lawyer. But now I don't mind being like an assistant lawyer, a legal assistant of some sorts. You know, it's like helping people. I like investigating, doing research for people, asking the right questions. You know, but we'll see. But yeah, y'all, I'm about to sign off for a little bit. I don't know exactly when the next time I'm gonna get on, but I will get on again. And I think my next topic, be talking about some legal stuff, cases. Kind of like what we did today, but I'm gonna be a bit more organized with it, you know? All right, so I appreciate y'all, man. Thanks for tuning in, man, and showing support. And appreciate the thumbs up and everything. I'll get back with y'all. Yeah.